I'm Ty Hauser. Let's queer up justice. Ex-Orlando gay club owner sentenced to 14 years in federal child sex case. Tonight, we bring you an update to a story from January 2025. Former co-owner of Southern Nights nightclub in Orlando and Tampa, Richard Kowalczyk, and his husband, Eric Patrick, a former Orange County middle school teacher, have been sentenced to federal prison following a federal investigation into child sexual abuse material and illicit online solicitations. Federal authorities started the investigation after discovering digital communications into Kowalczyk's, leading to a search of the couple's home, where agents seized devices containing child sexual exploitation material. He ultimately entered a guilty plea in federal court for attempted coercion and enticement of a minor, receiving a 14-year federal prison sentence. Eric Patrick received 10 years. For decades, Southern Nights served as a social landmark for Central Florida's LGBTQ+ population. In response to the federal proceedings, management cut ties with Kowalczyk to ensure full business separation. This outcome highlights a critical truth. Queer community havens must hold leadership to the highest moral standards, demonstrating zero tolerance for harm and prioritizing the protection of children above all else. Well, I'm glad to see that this is finally wrapped up and has wrapped up with all the legal proceedings happening, I's dotted, T's crossed, and hopefully the community and the victims are able to move on in progressive and helpful ways.
Yeah, we didn't say if he was going to have to register as a sex offender upon his release, which still won't be for probably 12 years, but I certainly hope he is. There's just no place for this in society at any level, be it a bar owner, a school, or the White House.
And it doesn't do well for the LGBTQ+ community having these type of, these stories out there, and having to report on them, because, it's bad enough we're getting attacked for many, many things, but just to add this into it, as well as it's showcasing in Florida as well, we've got enough businesses that are definitely in trouble. So,
and I think it needs to be said that it's a good check for us to be reporting this, because as soon as we hear from the right wing and, the ex-Republican senator is involved in this kind of scandal, we're the first ones to jump on it and point fingers. And rightly so, we should be pointing fingers. But the point that I want to make is we need to be pointing fingers at when it happens in our own community. And this is, justice is served. Well, there's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.